What is happening in your area? Over?
Well, at the moment, we are witnessing an attack, obviously by the Iraqi, I would say, artillery on Abadan Refinery, Abadan's main oil refinery. And there are now two severe fires in the refinery. Yesterday we witnessed bombing of the tank farm at refinery, the oil storage tanks, and they are still burning over a large area. Over.
How far is the air attack on the Abadan refinery from where your ship is now? Over?
It's about 4 miles, and we're also about 4.5, 5 miles south of Khorramsharhr, and there have been heavy explosions in Khorramsharhr within the last 10 minutes, and at least 2 bad fires are burning there. Over.
Does it look to you that the Abadan installations which are being bombed has totally erupted into flames? Does it look as if the whole thing has been blown up and being destroyed? Over?
No. The Abadan refinery is very big. At the moment there are two fires there, completely separate. But the tank farm, the main storage tanks, I would say from here that most of those look to have been destroyed.
Can you tell me how many Iraqi planes are involved in this operation? Can you count them? Can you see them? Over?
Yesterday we saw 8 Iraqi planes fly over and carry out an attack on Abadan. Today at 11 o'clock local time, 5 Iraqi planes went over, but I'm not certain whether they attacked Abadan. We didn't see any sign of anti-aircraft fire. We heard no explosions.
Are there any Iranian Air Force planes combating them? Over?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear that. Could you repeat?
Are there any Iranian fighters or other planes seeking to defend the refinery and shoot down the bombers? Over?
No, we haven't seen an Iranian plane. We have not seen one Iranian plane in the air over Khorramsharhr or Abadan. Last night there was a total blackout in Khorramsharhr and Abadan, and there was an obvious an air raid carried out last night, and the Iranian forces only replied with anti-aircraft fire. Over.
Is your ship in danger? Over?
I don't consider the ship in danger. The forces seem to have left us alone completely.
Is your ship trapped, however, in its present position, or can it move freely down the waterway wherever it's going? Over?
No. We have received instructions that the Iranian authorities have closed the river completely. Nothing is allowed to leave port and nothing is allowed to enter port. In actual fact, since Sunday, there have been no Iranian craft on the river. The only craft passing have all been bound for Iraqi ports, and no Iranian craft have been on the river since Sunday.
Thank you, sir, for helping us. May I wish you good luck. Over.
Thank you very much. Over and out.
And that was the radio operator talking to me live by ship-to-shore telephone from the area of Abadan and describing most vividly the bombing attack going on there now on the Abadan installations by Iraqi bombers.
Iraqi tanks and planes have been bombarding the Iranian port of Khorramsharhr all day, and Iran admits many people have been killed. Iran, in an unusually frank statement, has said the city is withstanding the most severe attacks from all directions, and the residents are defending themselves on all sides, in the streets and on rooftops. 90% of casualties are said to be civilians. At the same time, Iranian warplanes have been bombing several oil centres in Iraq. There's a fierce propaganda war going on too. Iraq has now admitted that its earlier claim to have captured Khorramsharhr was premature, but it's sticking to its claim that the Ayatollah Khomeini is dead. That's been strongly denied, though, by Tehran radio. All oil exports from Iraq have now stopped because 2 pipelines to the west have been shut down. It's not clear whether the closure is due to war damage or whether it's just a safety measure. A naturalist in Hertfordshire is planning to have animals killed in front of television cameras in protest against the government law on wild animals.
Iran has again made it plain that she's in no mood to talk peace yet. President Zear of Pakistan has left Tehran after a 24-hour visit, saying conciliation and mediation did not work in Iran because it was still in a revolutionary stage. An Iranian official said President Zear had achieved nothing. The country would fight on until the last Iraqi soldier was off Iranian soil. President Zear is now on his way to Baghdad for discussions there, although he's emphasized he's not seeking to mediate.
In the streets of 2 Iranian cities tonight, Iraq has accepted a call for a ceasefire in the Gulf War. The disputed cities are in the oil region of Khuzestan, and the Iraqis are said to have the upper hand. However, as Andrew Mandelstam reports, Iraq's prepared to stop fighting after a request from the United Nations Security Council.
Iraqi representatives at the United Nations say they'll agree to abide by the Security Council resolution, which was approved late last night, and calls for both countries to refrain immediately from any further use of force, provided the Iranians also agree to abide by the resolution. Most UN diplomats doubt that Tehran will accept Iraq's offer, and they expect the fighting to continue for at least a few more days, after which the conflict may be suspended when the military situation on the ground makes peace desirable. Andrew Mandelstam, IRN, Washington.
Iraqi forces have won a major victory in the Gulf War, which is now in its 3rd week. They've overrun the key Iranian port of Khorramsharhr, the centre of the fiercest fighting to date. The Iranians have fallen back to defend the road to Abadan, the site of the world's largest oil refinery. The Iraqis also say their planes have attacked Tehran in retaliation for Iranian attacks on civilian targets. Our special correspondent Christopher Morris was with the Iraqi forces in Khorramsharhr.
The port of Khorramsharhr is for the first time securely in the hands of the Iraqis. It's their most important victory of the war so far, and for the Iranians it's the most devastating economic setback. In the other propaganda war, Ayatollah Khomeini insisted the port had not fallen, but that claim is a false one. I was among the first Western journalists to be escorted by the Iraqis 25 miles inside Iran. Proof that their troops have at last captured the port of Khorramsharhr after 2 weeks of bitter fighting.
Earlier tonight, Tehran radio repeated Iran's contention that its troops were still holding out in Khorramsharhr and denounced BBC Radio as the servant of imperialism and international Zionism.
The headlines: Iraq has kept up its attack on towns in southwest Iran, but the fighting has reached a stalemate. Meanwhile, Pakistan's President, General Zear, has said in Bonn that Muslim efforts to get peace negotiations started will resume soon.
The Iraqis say confidently that they're setting their sights on Abadan, but that objective seems as far away as ever.
Nazi League supporters squatted in the path of the front members, but were removed by the police.